Welcome to our channel, How to Bitcoin Stamps and SRC20 Tokens. Subscribe to our channel and access to the updates, news, tutorials, and everything that you need to know about the SRC20 ecosystem. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about how to manage SRC20 tokens and stamps. So in the first place, I already talked about the main websites where you can operate SRC20 and stamps in another episode in my channel. However, a good reminder is that OpenStamp.io and StampScan.xyz are probably the two platforms that you want to get started. So these are Web3 sites, and that means that you will need a smart wallet, and these are the three options that we have. In order to trade SRC20s or stamps, you're gonna need an Unisat wallet or a Ledger wallet on OKX wallet. That means that you will not be able to connect these websites to, for example, Coinbase or Binance. Instead, you'll have to create an extension browser wallet in your laptop, and for this example, we're gonna use Ledger wallet. So once you are in one of these websites and you have created your wallet, you just connect. The wallet is gonna ask you for permission to connect to this website, stamp scan. I sync the transaction. That means that I authorize the website to connect to my wallet, and here is my wallet now connected. I'm going to do the same thing also with OpenStamps. Very important is to remind you that always use the correct link to access to these websites. Never Google for these websites, because you might be affected by a phishing attack, and maybe it is not safe to connect your wallet to websites that we don't know, websites that are suspicious. It's better not to connect your wallet at all. But these two, OpenStamp.io and StampScan XYZ, they're good, they are trusted. We have connected our wallets, and now I am going to explore my assets. So now I'm gonna explore my portfolio. So I'm gonna click here. I see that I have $15 worth of Bitcoin, and as you can see, although I have SRC20s and stamps, I can't see anything in my wallet. The same will happen with my Uniswap wallet. Even if I use these wallets, maybe I will not be able to see anything unless we connect the wallet with one of these websites, ideally with StampScan or with OpenStamp.io, although you also have Stamped Ninja and many others. Anyway, for this demonstration, we're gonna have a look to my portfolio. As you can see, I have a number of SRC20s, but I don't have any NFT, any stamp NFT. Remember, there are two categories. We have the classic stamps, or stamps with SRC721 protocol, or we have the SRC20, which are pure tokens. So this is my portfolio. Now we're going to see a fundamental aspect of the SRC20 tokens and the stamps, which is the minting. The minting aspect of this technology, which, by the way, is completely permissionless, like Bitcoin, allows anyone to make an inscription. And as you can see, this website, OpenStamp, I can mint SRC20 tokens, or I can mint stamps, or I can deploy a token myself. So it is permissionless. These are inscriptions in Bitcoin, and all these websites have a minting machine. Let's say, for example, Stample Ninja, you can mint tokens here. You have to connect your wallet, but it has a minting machine. So all this ecosystem is based on the idea that anyone can mint a token. It is permissionless, and the information that we put in the blockchain stays there forever. So these are examples of tokens that have been minted. Most of the projects are minted by a number of people. So these are real communities of people that have subscribed to a token and then spend some money just to mint it until the token is in the market and the community is created. So some examples, for example, this is a list of all the SRC20 tokens, and I think they are in chronological order. The point is that you can see that the one that says that's the 100% progress means that it has been minted. The entire supply has been minted. For example, 690 million Kevins were minted. Same with 1 billion stamps, and the list goes on and on. Now, you can see that some of them are not minted. This means that they have been deployed, but not enough users have go and mint the token because, of course, it has some cost. So you can check what are the trending mints when you go on this website and see what are the tokens that have not been minted completely, but they have the biggest trend. So for example, here we see Assange has minted 71% and it has 148 holders. Now compare to, for example, Kevin or Stamps that have 4,000 holders, 2,000 holders, and usually the tokens that are still in the minting, they are not in the market yet because there is a supply, and it's always an advantage to mint a token in comparison to buy it and speculate with it, because it's like being able to mine a token, so to speak. So we all know that Bitcoin is based on mining. Here, the SRC20 tokens, they are minted. So here we see that this token, for example, Assange, there's a limit per mint of 10,000. That means that these are the minimal package that you can mint. Each time you mint a package of 10,000, that is the cost of a mint. So 20,000 tokens will be 2 times the cost. Let's see another example. But yeah, each of them have a different supply because they have different tokenomics. So this one, Funk, for example, this you see is 500 million. The limit per mint is 100,000. So each mint at least is 100,000 tokens over a total supply of 500 million. At this moment, they have 214 holders, and the status is 40% of the mint is complete. So this information is not exclusive to just one website. different to centralized exchanges where they have some coins that you find in one, but it is not in the other one. SRC20 and Stamp doesn't work like that. Basically, you can find the same information in any of the websites because they are all based on live information in the blockchain. So we can see here what are the trends. Let's refresh the page. In Stamp Scan, we have the same information. The Assange token is minted 71%, and it has, let's see, how many holders? 148. This is the timeline of the minting, and these are the most recent mints. This is what it is happening as we speak. We can also, let's go to the main list. We can also see in the trending that some tokens are very slowly minted, and then that's when you want to go and see what is the activity. For example, if you want to see this rare token, okay, it has 121 holders, looks good. The progress is only 4.40%, so that's very slow. Let's see the activity. Okay, so we see that, you know, there was one mint here in July, then another one in November, another one in February, but there's not a lot of activity. And the same for mints. There is some activity, but maybe one or two mints per day. That's why this project, for most probable, will never reach the market because it's kind of like too slow and it doesn't have enough community behind pushing and actively minting the tokens. Different to these communities like GOTS that is progressing with 126 mints in the last, from the 300 last mint summary, it has made 126. And this Ninja token, the same. Well, this is how you look at the minting. And what you want is to get into a mint early. You want to be able to mint a token that has value. You want to be able to mint something that later you can hold and trade, like these tokens, Stamps, Kevin, Pad, Stamps Map. All of these have volume. They have market cap of, for example, $100 million probably. Soon we'll hit $100 million. But yeah, Stamp, Kevin, everything that you see here has been stamped by people in a permissionless way, which allows the ecosystem to evolve in a very different way compared to other centralized, more centralized system or blockchains or token design. So yeah, Kevin was the very first token, SRC token, and here you can see the information. Anyway, in another episode, I will talk about how to really look into one token. I just want to give you a full overview that what is minting. So for example, if I wanted to mint a token, and this is the way that it looks when you are in the minting feature of these websites. Usually the recipient of the minted tokens is going to be your own wallet. Then you have to find what token do you want to mint. But for example, this one is 100% minted, so it's not going to work. I had to go and find one from the list. So there was this rare, right? There you go. So rare has a mint limit of 1,000 and it has a capacity of 21 million. Now if I want to mint, if I put here 1, I'll be able to mint 1,000 and I will pay for 1 mint at this price. Anyway, I'm gonna create a whole different exclusive chapter about minting. My point is that you can mint in every single SRC20, ARC20 website because they are all showing the same information that is in the blockchain. So you can find information about any token in any website. Now I am Stamped Ninja and I'm gonna look for the token Kevin, and it shows me the SRC20 Kevin, and it shows me what is the status of the token, right? It's minted out, as it says here, minted out. Now let's go for one that is now being minted. Assange is showing me the same information that I have in the other websites. So you can pretty much mint, find, deploy anything in the different blockchains, right? Sorry, in the different websites. I'm sorry. Well, the last thing I want to point in this video about how to handle and properly manage SRC20 tokens is the concept of transferring the tokens or making an inscription, because it works a little bit different. So let's say, for example, I have some Kevin, right? So I'm gonna show what happens if I want to send Kevin to somebody, to maybe another address that I have. So I click on transfer, and here I had to say how many Kevin do I want to transfer, and it says that I have 5,000 Kevin. We can talk more deeply about it, but this is the reason why, in order to list a token, first you have to create an inscription of the amount that you want to sell. Okay, so I have access here to my portfolio, and I'll be able to transfer these tokens to another different wallet that I could put here, right? So here I would say, hey, I want to send this 5,000 Kevin to this other wallet, and then I'll pay gas fees for the transaction. This is something that it's like transferring a token using the gas, but the gas is actually Bitcoin itself. That's how we transfer tokens, and that's why we always need to have a little bit of Bitcoin to be able to do anything with SRC20s and stamps. So this was the overview of how to use, how to handle, and how to manage SRC20s and stamps. Well, thank you for today's attention. That has been an overview of SRC20s and stamps. Please subscribe if you want to keep updated, and follow our channel, How to Stamps and SRC20. It's a long way to go. Still, this is just getting started. Thank you very much.